Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine and doing well. Today, I am going to continue with the chapter Tracing Through Thousand Years Ago of Social Science for Class 7. In the last class, if you all remember, I gave you few multiple choice questions based upon the topic taught to you in the previous class. And in the next slide, I am going to show the answers for those questions. I hope you can refer to the answers and match with yours. And I hope that you were able to solve those questions well. So we have the answers. One was literary sources, second was Amir Khusro, third was Hindustan. From where did we get the word India was Indoi, and the last one was Hindustan. So now in today's class we are going to cover the following topics. We are going to study about manuscripts, records of important foreign traveler and their accounts, important biographies and autobiographies. What are manuscripts? Manuscripts are a part of the literary sources which were available to study the past of the medieval time. Now, these manuscripts are different from the chronicles which we have studied in the previous class. Chronicles were the historical events which could be in the form of printed also by recorded by the chroniclers at that time. But on the other hand, manuscripts are the only handwritten records available during the medieval time. Now the word manuscript has been derived from the Latin word manuscriptus, where if you break the word into two parts we get manu and scriptus. Manu meaning by hand and scriptus means to write. So in short it refers to to write by hand. It refers to the old documents actually written before the books were made. They were collected by the wealthy and the rich people living at that time, and even by the people who were living in the monasteries. These records were also maintained by the court historians who were present during the kingdoms and the empires or established by the rulers in the medieval time. Now we are going to study about the foreign travelers, account of foreign travelers who visited our country. As you all know that our country had a great wealth during the medieval time also. So these foreign travelers were attracted by the wealth of our country. They wanted to maintain trade relations with our country, so they visited the various kingdoms and the empires which were already established, like of Delhi Sultanate, or we can say Mughal Empire, or even before that there were certain small kingdoms which were established in our country, like the Cholas or the Pandyas, Cheras, and in the north we had Palas, Pratiharas. So these foreign travelers visited these kingdoms and they left their records giving a detailed description in their account about our country. One of the famous traveler was Al-Masudi. He was an Arab traveler and he gave extensive details about our country. Then came Al-Baruni. He came along with Mahmud Ghazni and wrote a book called Tahqiq-e Hind, details about the social and political life of our country. So he came along with Mahmud Ghazni. Mahmud Ghazni was also an Arab traveler, and Mahmud Ghazni had invaded our country 17 times. So this was one of the traveler who came along with him, and in his book Tahqiq-e-Hind, he has given a detailed description of the society, how the people used to live, and how was the political life during that time. Then was Ibn Battuta. He was a Moorish traveler and wrote a book called Rihla, which describes the economic and social conditions of India. What was the economic status, what kind of occupation people practiced at that time, how was the economy maintained during that time, and what was the condition of the society at that time is described well by Ibn Battuta in his book called Rihla. Then came Domingo Pais, a Portuguese traveler who visited the Vijayanagar Empire in our country. Next, we are going to talk about the various biographies. These biographies also form an important part of our literary sources. Now, firstly, we should know what is a biography. biography? Biography is a description of a real person's life, including factual details as well as stories from the person's life written by someone else. In simple words, it means that when you know about somebody else's life, you know the facts about somebody else's life, and you write a book on that particular person, it will be called as a biography. So we had very few important biographies available with us for the medieval period. One is Gulbadan Begum. It the book written was Humayun-Nama, and it gives the detailed description of the Mughal Emperor Humayun. Then was Chand Bardoi. The book written was Prithviraj Raso, and it itself, the name describes life and adventure of the king Prithviraj Chauhan, who was a Rajput ruler, very famous Rajput ruler. And Humayun, as I told you, Gulbadan Begum wrote Humayun-Nama. Humayun belonged to the Mughal emperor. Then was Abul Fazl, a very famous biographer. He wrote Akbarnama, describing the life events of Akbar. After biographies, we have autobiographies with us. Now, students, here we need to understand the difference between the two words, biographies and autobiographies. Biographies, as I told you, were the records written about a particular person by somebody else. But on the other hand, autobiography is a self-written account of life of oneself, written by the subject themselves. In simple terms, if I say, for example, when I am writing an account of my own life, I am writing a book on my own life, giving the detailed story of my life and describing the factual information there, that book will be called as an autobiography, because I am describing about my own life. So that is why it is said when written by the subject themselves, from their point of view. From means I am writing from my own point of view. I am describing my life, my events from my view. So we have certain autobiographers with us and the books written by them. First was Babur. He wrote Baburnama. Then was Firoz Shah Tughlaq. He wrote Futuh-e-Firoz Shahi. Then was Jahangir, who wrote Tuzuk-e-Jahangir. Likewise, we have others also, other books also available. You can please search, and you should know about the various autobiographies and biographies available with us for the different times of the history. Now, it's time to test your knowledge. Here are the few statements. We have to tell whether they are true and false, and you have to correct the false statements. The answers for the following will be given in the next presentation. Thank you. Take care.